NESN, the New England Sports Network.
Closed captioning for Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you by Aflac. Aflac, ask about it at work.
The last two wins for the Red Sox have had all the drama you'd expect from September baseball. Last night against the Orioles and Friday night in the Bronx.
Damon trying to dump it in shallow right center, and it falls for a hit. Here comes Kepler to give them the lead. Red Sox 3, Yankees 2.
What in the world was Kenny Lofton doing in center field?
Bellhorn wraps it towards the gap in right center field. It'll get down, and the Red Sox will win. Live from Fenway Park in Boston, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight it's Game 3 of this series with the Baltimore Orioles. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. The Red Sox looking to capitalize on a come-from-behind victory last night in a great pitch game by Curt Schilling. Tonight, they'll turn to Bronson Arroyo. He's won his last 4 decisions and has been outstanding for the Red Sox, the most wins he's had in his career. The 27-year-old with a 9-9 record, at least 6 innings pitched in 19 of 26 starts. He's been very good at Fenway Park, 7-2, a 3.54 ERA in the last 13 starts. He is 12th in the American League with a 4.01 earned run average, and this will be his first start against the Orioles tonight. He did have a relief appearance earlier in the season as we welcome in Jerry Remy. Another win last night for the Red Sox, another close ball game.
Well, it's tough to top the wins they had both in the first game in New York and this game last night here at Fenway Park. Both 1-1 wins, and the Red Sox have been doing much better recently in that category. The last 7 games decided by 1 run. They've won 8 of the last 9, and of course last night Keith Folk blowing that save opportunity, but prior to that saved his last 17. So he has been outstanding in those close ball games, and that is important down when you get to the postseason, especially because you usually get the great pitching throughout the postseason, and you have a lot of 1-run games. The Red Sox early in the season were not winning those. They are now. Last night it was Mark Bellhorn being the hero at Fenway Park, and hopefully that kind of game can get them rolling through the rest of this week.
Red Sox go up against Sidney Ponson. It's next on NESN. Evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. 76 degrees tonight, 4-mile-per-hour wind out of the west. And the Red Sox and Orioles about to play Game 3 of this 4-game series. Let's take a look at the visiting Baltimore Orioles starting lineup brought to you by Rico. Brian Roberts leading it off at second base. David Newhan in right field. Melvin Mora at third base. Miguel Tejada's the shortstop against the Red Sox this season, hitting at .327. E.J. Surhoff in left. Javi Lopez doing the catching. Jay Gibbons at first base. Larry Bigby in center field. And Luis Lopez, the designated hitter, bats ninth as they go up against Bronson Arroyo.
Bronson Arroyo 9-9 on the season. He has won his last 4 decisions. And of course, last time out, that first game at Yankee Stadium, 6 innings in that game, only 2 earned runs. Of course, the Red Sox won that exciting ball game off Mariano Rivera. Not involved in the decision was Arroyo. He pitched earlier this season 1 game against the Orioles. That was back on the 15th of April. That was a relief appearance. Worked a couple of innings and gave up a run in that ball game. Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus. Tonight it'll be Bill Miller at third base. Orlando Cabrera returns to shortstop. Mark Bellhorn, last night's hero, at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Varitek behind the plate.
And the umpiring crew, Tim Welke behind the plate, Gary Cedarstrom at first base, Jim Reynolds at second, Andy Fletcher, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Here's Brian Roberts standing in, getting ready to face Bronson Arroyo. Roberts, the Orioles' second baseman, hitting at .282, 4 homers, and 51 runs batted in. Arroyo with the first pitch of the ball game, and it's in there for a strike. Brian Roberts was 1 for 4 here last night. Right back at Arroyo from the base of the hill. He'll fire to first for the first out. Let's take a look at the Red Sox playoff picture. The Red Sox, of course, with a victory last night. 4.5 games still back of the Yankees in the American League East. In the wild card situation, the Angels have fallen to 5.5 games back of the Red Sox. The Red Sox last night getting their 90th win. The playoff look brought to you by Olympia Sports, proud sponsor of the Special Olympics during September and October. Stop by any Olympia Sports store to make a small charitable contribution to this very worthwhile cause.
Now, you saw the wild card. The Angels 6 games back in the loss column. More bad news to them last night, and a real shame. Adam Kennedy, a fine second baseman, with a knee injury that's going to keep him out the rest of the season.
David Newhand sending one out to deep right center field. He's headed for 2, and he'll get there standing with a 1-out double.
Now, Newhand has been struggling some. 0 for 4 last night and 10 for his last 56, but he gets this high changeup from Bronson Arroyo and shoots it in that gap in right center field. Hustling all the way, he turns it into a double. Trot Nixon going into the slide. By the time he gets it back in, Newhand at second base.
So a runner in scoring position for the Orioles as Melvin Morris stands in. Mora having a great season, hitting at .341 to begin the night. He is second only to Ichiro in the American League in batting average. There's 26 home runs, 99 runs batted in to go along with that hefty batting average. The league leader is Ichiro at .372 now as we look at the career numbers for Melvin Mora, who's been outstanding here at Fenway Park. Bronson Arroyo has won his last 4 decisions coming into tonight's action. Really has been consistent over the last few outings, and Arroyo trying to keep that going here at the tail end of the year. Now he and Veritek having trouble getting on the same page.
Now, that was an outstanding performance by Bronson Arroyo at Yankee Stadium in game 1 of that 3-game series. I mentioned the 6 innings, only 2 earned runs, and the Red Sox coming back to win against Mariano Rivera. The best pitch game of the weekend for Boston in that series.
And the 1-1 to Mora, missing away. Bronson Arroyo, the most wins in his young career, 9 this season, trying to get into double figures here tonight. The most innings he has ever pitched in his career at 164 innings pitched now. As he falls behind Mora, 3-1. Four for his last 5 with runners in scoring position, and good numbers overall in the season for Mora. Into the air to short left field. Manny now ducking back a few steps. He'll make the catch for the inning's second out. Newhand back to the bag at second. So 2 down. Newhand still at second, and here's Miguel Tejada. Hitting is .306, 29 home runs, and 131 runs batted in. Tejada was 1 for 4 here in the ballgame last night. There's the league leader in RBIs with 131. There's 3 more RBIs than David Ortiz. It's now 2-0 to Miguel Tejada. Newhand doubling to the gap in right center field with one down. He's still at second base with 2 outs in the inning. Now Veritek's going to head out and talk to Arroyo again. Well, the Red Sox coming into tonight's action at 90-60 after the come from behind victory last night. And unfortunately, no victory last night for Curt Schilling. Certainly pitched well enough to be able to get a victory here in what was an outstanding effort from Schilling in the 14 strikeout performance here last night. And unfortunately for Curt, not his 21st win of the year.
Yeah, what a shame that is. But what a performance by Curt Schilling. The 14 strikeouts, only 1 walk in the 8 innings. I thought, Don, the best performance of the season by any Red Sox pitcher.
A strike to Tejada, and it's 2-1. The Red Sox are winners of 15 of their last 18 here at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox overall now 52-24 at Fenway. Still the second best home record in all of baseball, just behind the Yankees. New York at 53-23 at home in Yankee Stadium. Two and 2 to Miguel Tejada with 2 down in the inning. Newhand at second base. Popped up foul. On the run is Millar, but he'll run out of room back into the seats.
Different ball attendant down that right field line tonight. Harold Reynolds of Baseball Tonight and ESPN switching jobs today with Kelly Barron. You know Kelly with the pigtails? Well, she's going to be in studio with Pookie Jackson, the Red Sox clubhouse attendant. Today Harold did his job as a clubhouse attendant, and now he's doing Kelly's job, and they're going to get to do Baseball Tonight later on this evening.
Tejada stays alive. Now, the job that he's doing here in the second half of the game down there, down the right field line, is one that he did very ably through the major leagues for a long time at second base.
Yeah, but you know, he hasn't played in a while, and we'll see if he can make the plays that Kelly's been able to make all season long. I kind of doubt it. He was scuffling in the clubhouse trying to do Pookie's job. They sent him out to McDonald's, the players did, to get food and all the things that they would have to do during the course of the day.
He arrived a lot later than Pookie does on a daily basis.
Yeah, with cameras, too.
Like 4 or 5 hours late. We saw Pookie's act. He had an interview on ESPN News during the day. He was outstanding.
He did very well.
They may not let him leave baseball tonight. 2-2. Just missing. And it's a full count now.
Breaking ball thrown directly at Tejada. That ball was supposed to be outside. He saw Veritek jump to the outside corner, but no snap on it.
Payoff pitch to Tejada. In the air to left field, down the line, over goes Manny towards the seats, and Manny won't make the catch. It's back into the seats. About a row deep and out of his reach. So Tejada's got to come on back.
Tell you what, this is a very slow pace in the first inning for Bronson Arroyo. He usually is right after it, but right now a lot of meetings between he and Jason Veritek.
And this is an 8-pitch at bat for Miguel Tejada with 2 down and Newhand at second base. Again, the 3-2 pitch. And this is ball 4, and Tejada will head on down to first base. So the first walk of the night given up by Arroyo, and here comes B.J. Surhoff. Surhoff with a grand slam in the first game of the series. Overall at 308. Now 6 home runs and 45 runs batted in. He was 1 for 4 here last night in the second game of the series. In the air to left center field. Back goes Ramirez onto the warning track to make the catch. The Orioles strand 2. Baltimore gets nothing. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Back at Fenway as we head to the last half of the first inning. The Red Sox lineup is brought to you by Dodge. Johnny Damon's at the top of that lineup. Mark Bellhorn at second base. Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz, the DH. Trot Nixon in right field. Kevin Millard first base. Veritek catching. Cabrera back in there at shortstop. And Bill Miller at third base. The Red Sox facing Sidney Ponson tonight.
11-14 on the season, but he has been very good since the All-Star break. 8-2 since the break with a 3.76 ERA. This is the third start this season for Ponson against the Red Sox, in the first that has not involved Pedro Martinez. He's 1-0 with a 7.45 this season, and in his career 2-9.
3-0 to Johnny Damon. 308, 17 homers and 81 runs driven in for Damon. Mentioned Orlando Cabrera back here with the Red Sox tonight. He missed the 2 days to go back to Colombia to spend with his wife, who had surgery, and he is back. He called Terry Francona this morning and told him at 10 a.m. he'd be ready to go tonight. And Terry had him right in the lineup, back again tonight. He's very thankful to the Red Sox allowing him to go for the 2 days. On the ground at Jay Gibbons. He'll need the pitcher, and Ponson's there to cover for the first out of the inning.
Well, the Oriole defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. Tonight it'll be Melvin Moore at third base, Miguel Tejada the shortstop, Brian Roberts at second, and Jay Gibbons, who just made that play at first base. Left to right, B.J. Surhoff, Larry Bigby, David Newhan, and Javi Lopez, who was almost the hero last night, doing the catching again for Ponson.
One down for last night's hero, Mark Bellhorn. Mark Bellhorn stepping up in the bottom of the 9th inning to drive in 2 and to give the Red Sox the come from behind victory. In the air to right field, David Newhan has it sized up. Takes him all the way back to the warning track. He kept moving back and all the way to the dirt of the track for out number 2.
That ball really carried pretty well, and not much of a breeze out there tonight here at Fenway Park, but Newhan had to go all the way back to the track to make that play. I mentioned Ponson, that he's been hot since the All-Star break. Prior to that, had lost 9 straight starts. Really turned it around in the second half of the season. There you go. Before the All-Star break, look at the ERA, 6.29. Since then, 3.76.
And a win against the Minnesota Twins. His last time out as right-hander ready to work. Manny Ramirez hitting at 306 to begin the night. 41 home runs, 120 runs batted in. Ramirez batting with 2 down, nobody on. Very good numbers against Sidney Ponson. 1 home run for Ramirez against Ponson.
Yeah, both Manny and David Ortiz and Trot Nixon, the 3, 4, 5 guys in this lineup, excellent numbers against Ponson.
Inside almost hits Nixon backing him off the plate. 2-0.
Fastball running back inside. A two-seam fastball from Ponson and just missed, hitting that baggy shirt of Manny Ramirez.
A strike, and it's 3-1 to Ramirez. Sidney Ponson from Nord, Aruba. Am I saying that right? You go there. Do you know where Nord is?
What is it?
N-O-O-R-D.
No, I just know Aruba is Aruba. I'm not familiar.
You haven't spent much time in Nord then.
Not Nord, no.
Ball 4 to Ramirez, and the Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
Plus, the island's not very big, so
The chances are you've been to Nord and didn't know it.
chances are I have been there, yeah.
Probably grocery shopped in Nord and didn't remember.
I might have went out to get some oil there, maybe. Who knows?
David Ortiz, 296, 39 homers, and 128 RBIs on the season. On the ground towards Tejada. Will go the long way to first base, and the Red Sox are retired in the first. They're done with one from Fenway. No score.
Saw her this afternoon at the Bo Sox Club banquet. Now, you remember back in January when Boston celebrated a night called Hot Stove Cool Music, a night of rock and roll to benefit the Jimmy Fund. Now you can order the CD with the same name at hotstovecoolmusic.com. Again, the proceeds will benefit the Jimmy Fund.
Trot Nixon leading it off as we head to the home half of the second inning. Nixon with his first back-to-back starts since July 23rd and July 24th. He got the start last night, back in there tonight. 295, 4 homers, and 15 runs batted in. I think that was the first chance down there for Harold Reynolds, Jerry, down the right field line.
Did he boot it? I didn't see it.
Well, he had to kind of kicked off the boxes and he ran into right to get it.
Let's take a look at the form here. Doesn't bend down quite as far as he used to, but still, he looks like he's in playing shape.
Nixon sends it into center field. Out of the reach of Miguel Tejada. The first hit of the night for the Red Sox belongs to Trot Nixon.
7 for 18 coming into the game. Add another hit to that total for Trot Nixon against Sidney Ponson. He gets the curveball that time and slaps it up the middle for the base hit. So Nixon, playing in back-to-back games, was 1 for 3 last night, and now picks up the base hit to lead off here in the second.
There's Kevin Millar. At the time last night, thought that he was going to be the hero as he hit the sacrifice fly to right field. It scored the game's first run in the last half of the 8th inning last night. Only to see Javi Lopez's 2-run home run put the Orioles back on top. 2 for 7 is Millar against Sidney Ponson. This is the second go-around for Sidney Ponson as a member of the Orioles. He, for a short time, went to the San Francisco Giants last year. He was traded to San Francisco in exchange for Kurt Ainsworth. Left-handed pitcher Damian Moss at the trade deadline of last season. Finished out the year with the Giants and then re-signed here with the Orioles as a free agent. Originally Orioles property, and spent 6 seasons with Baltimore. Into right center, and that'll fall for a base hit. Nixon stopping at second base. And it's back-to-back singles for Boston to begin things in the bottom of the second inning.
Well, remember last night, Millar late in the game went to right field to get that sacrifice fly. This time to center field with the base hit. Again, that fastball, but that one stays out over the plate, and Kevin Millar takes the base hit up the middle. So back-to-back hits to start off the second. You know, Don, I mentioned I went to the Bo Sox Club luncheon today. It's the final one of the season, the regular season, and they honor a Man of the Year. And this year's Man of the Year was Jason Varitek. Did a nice job, nice speech to the crowd, and well-deserved. A lot of good work off the field by Jason and his wife.
And so much of that goes unpublicized, all the work that a lot of the players do, but Jason Varitek at the top of that list. Right side and through into right field, a base hit. Nixon being stopped by Swaim as Newhan is up and throwing. And the Red Sox have him loaded on 3 consecutive singles.
Now, 2 things come into factor for Dale Swaim. First of all, there's nobody out. You've got to be 100% sure that he can score. The second thing, Trout Nixon, remember, coming off the injury with the bad leg, you don't want to push him too hard and re-injure that thing. Everything has been going well for him, and you don't want to take extra chances. Right there, he makes Nixon put on the brakes.
Bases loaded, nobody out, in the return of Orlando Cabrera. The Red Sox starting shortstop back in there tonight. 286, 4 homers, and 22 runs batted in. Cabrera's hit safely in 28 of his last 33 games. A .235 career hitter with the bases loaded. Shot left side. Mora will go to first. The out there, but the run in. Nixon scores, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
Now it's the only play for Melvin Mora. The big high bounce out in front of home plate. No chance to go home. No chance to go for a double play. So Mora takes the sure out at first base, but the Red Sox pick up the run. So Cabrera returns and picks up his 23rd run batted in for the Red Sox.
So Varitek at second base, Millar at third. 1 down in the inning. And here's Bill Miller, bats 9th tonight. Overall, 285, 11 homers, and 53 runs batted in. He had a 4-hit night last night, matching his career high. It was the 8th time in his career that he has had 4 hits in a game. And the first time since September 8th of 2003. To center field, Bigby coming in. He'll dive and make the catch. Tagging at third base and scoring easily is Millar with the Red Sox second run. Boston on top 2-0, but what a catch by Larry Bigby in center field.
Outstanding play. Got a very good jump on it. Looked like that ball was going to drop in, but Bigby covered a lot of ground. He goes into the dive, and he's able to hold on to the baseball as that glove hits the ground. Bill Miller picks up the RBI and the sacrifice, and the Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Nice play by Bigby. I was kidding Bill Miller in the clubhouse today. He was 4 for 4 in that game last night, and he's hitting 9th today. I mean, how's that? That means you're in a pretty good lineup when you go 4 for 4 and you're the 9 spot the next night.
And last year's batting champ to boot.
Yeah.
Johnny Damon in there for the second time as Ponson goes second time through now. Damon grounded out to first base, first time up. The Red Sox getting to Sidney Ponson for 2 runs here in the last half of the second inning so far. As the first 3 batters reached on singles, and 2 of them have scored. Bryant for his last 7 with 2 outs. A runner in scoring position as Varitek is at second base. picked up. Javi Lopez coming back towards the screen, and he will make the catch. Amon's retired, but a 2-run inning for the Red Sox through 2-0 Boston. Back at Fenway, it's time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight is, who is the last Orioles player to lead the American League in RBIs in a non-strike season? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Very well, we have a moment. We want to send along best wishes. Kevin O'Connor, who's here at Fenway Park a lot, a Major League Baseball umpire evaluator. His daughter, Carrie O'Connor, who's from Oxford, and her friend Ashley Hindle from Webster are in the same hospital room at UMass Medical Center in Worcester. They're awaiting kidney operations. They're both 14 years of age, and they are listening to us tonight. We want to send our very best wishes along to them. So the best wishes on to Carrie and Ashley, who are listening to us tonight.
Get well soon.
Melvin Mora leading it off here in the top half of the 4th inning. Diving at third is Miller. Fires across to first base. Nice play by Bill Miller to retire Melvin Mora.
Now just keep in mind, every time you watch Bill Miller play here, he's not playing at 100%. I mean, the knee's good, but it's not perfect. And a terrific play here from Miller. In even with the grass, the crossover step, the dive, and then time to get to his feet and throw out Mora at first base. Third base, the reaction position. Great example there by Bill Miller.
One down, 8 in a row. Retired by Bronson Arroyo. Miguel Tejada walked his first time up back in the first inning. Tejada, 27 years of age, from the Dominican Republic. And Tejada, of course, spending all of his career until this season as a member of the Oakland A's. First year in the big leagues for Tejada was 1997. Winning MVP in 2002 when he hit .308. This one is chopped high third. Setting with the long throw is Miller, and this one will kick off the glove of Millard into the Red Sox dugout. And they'll give Tejada second base. And charge the error to Bill Miller at third base.
Now Miller right on that line, and a big high bounce. Unlikely he was going to be able to get him at first base, but he throws anyway. I think if Kevin Millar had to do that all over again, he'd come off that bag to try to play that ball and block it before it gets into the dugout. They really had no chance to get to Tejada, and you can see Miller there probably should not even have thrown the ball. A base hit and an error on Bill Miller.
And there was B.J. Surhoff, who fly to the track in left field his first time up. Surhoff turning 40 this past August, on August the 4th. And a very long major league career that started back in 1987. Originally a first-round pick, first overall by the Milwaukee Brewers back in 1985. Long time with Milwaukee from 87 through 1995. Then 5 seasons with Baltimore, 3 with Atlanta, and back here with the Orioles again. So had a hard time staying healthy over the last few years, logging some pretty serious time on the DL. 2-1 now to Surhoff. And Veritek out again to talk to Arroyo. These two have gone back and forth quite a bit tonight.
Now, each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park, Hood donates $1,500 to children's hospitals throughout New England through the Hood Home Team Advantage charity. Nearly $75,000 has been donated already this season.
So one down. Tejada at second base. B.J. Surhoff with a count of 2-1. To left field, down the line, headed towards the corner, and that's trouble as Tejada will come around and score. Heading to second base with an RBI double goes B.J. Surhoff. Veritek was set up outside, and Surhoff goes with it and tucks it into the corner to give the Orioles their first run of the night.
Now, Surhoff is certainly a tough out, and he's proven that again in this series. Had the grand slam earlier in the series, takes the fastball away this time and just slaps it down to left field. That drives in Tejada, and it's a 2-1 ball game.
Javi Lopez struck out looking his first time up. The Red Sox outfield deep and straight away on Javi Lopez. Fouled off to the right, 1-1. He was 38 for 145 with runners in scoring position, 262 overall. The home run last night for Lopez, his 20th of the season. And the home run off Folkman at the time put the Orioles on top 2-1. For Lopez, it was his first home run since August the 20th. To right center field, Johnny Damon on the run. This one headed back towards the triangle and over his head. Had a one hop up into the crowd. A ground rule double that will plate the game tying run. Surhoff coming from second base, and we are tied at 2.
Now Lopez gets all over this high fastball from Bronson Arroyo and drives it into that gap in the triangle area. That ball up above the belt, just below the letters. And Lopez going the other way. The one big bounce right at the 420 into the stands for the ground rule double. Lopez is now hit in 10 of his last 11 games.
Jay Gibbons struck out looking his first time up. The Orioles have erased what was a 2-run lead for the Red Sox as they get to Bronson Arroyo for 2 here in the 4th inning. After one down, Tejada reached on the infield hit in the throwing error by Bill Miller. And the double by Surhoff, followed up by a ground rule double by Javi Lopez. And just like that, the Orioles have tied the score 2-2. Javi Lopez now 5 for 11 against Bronson Arroyo in his career. Off to the right, still 0-2 to Jay Gibbons. Well, the Red Sox picking up their 90th victory of the season last night, the 23rd 90-win season all time, and the 3rd year in a row the Red Sox have won at least 90 games. The Red Sox over the last 10 games playing .500 baseball. The Red Sox 5-5. And 1 game left against the Orioles here tomorrow night before the Yankees arrive for the 3-game series. Right side, Bellhorn will fire on to first base to retire Jake Gibbons, but on to third goes Javi Lopez with 2 down.
Center fielder, number 3, Larry Bigby.
So 2 down for Larry Bigby. He flied out to left field his first time up. Bronson Arroyo coming into tonight's action, ranking 12th in the American League with a 4.01 earned run average. And this is his first start of the year against the Orioles. He had come in a relief appearance earlier in the season and overall was 0-1. Gave up 2 earned runs in just 1 inning pitched.
Now, the other thing Bronson did is he came into the game with a .250 batting average against, and that's among the top 10 in the American League. Number 9, Pedro Martinez, second in the league at .229. Schilling is 7th at .244, then Arroyo at .250.
Evens up at 2-2 to Larry Bigby. Off the line at third is Bill Miller. Javi Lopez standing at third base with 2 down in a 2-2 game. Struck him out, and Lopez will be left at third. The Orioles come up with 2, and we're tied at 2.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Wednesday's Red Sox game here on NESN. We now pick up the action later in the game.
All tied at 2 here at Fenway as we go to the top of the 5th. Wade Boggs, Dennis Eckersley, and Bruce Hurst highlight the Red Sox Hall of Fame class of 2004, which will be honored at the Red Sox Hall of Fame dinner Wednesday night, November 10th. The gala event will be held at the New Boston Convention and Exhibition Center with proceeds benefiting the YMCA of Greater Boston and the Red Sox Foundation. Tables are now available for purchase. For more information, log on to redsoxfoundation.org.
Bronson Arroyo ready to work here in the 5th inning, and the breakdown by inning so far for Arroyo, who's at 66 as we head to the 5th. He'll be facing Luis Lopez, who leads it off, then Brian Roberts and David Newhan. I mentioned earlier, Jerry, that the Red Sox and NESN auctioning off 5 dugout seats to Friday night's Red Sox-Yankees game. I just want to do a little update. The bid right now exceeds $5,000.
Wow. That's great.
You can log on to NESN.com to submit your bid. Bidding continues, but right now they're at 5,000.
So that's 1,000 a seat, right?
I don't know.
How many seats?
5 seats.
Yeah.
Yes. 5. Very good. Yes, you're right.
How did you not know that?
I wasn't following how many seats there were. I hadn't read the whole thing.
Okay.
I probably could have pieced it together had I known how many seats there were.
Well, I'm sure those numbers are going to go a lot higher than that.
Swing and a miss. Luis Lopez strikes out. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric.
Time now for the Boston Works job report. Problems for the Anaheim Angels. Adam Kennedy, as Jerry mentioned before, tore knee ligaments, right knee on Monday. He is out for the season. So Sean Figgins is now the second baseman for Anaheim. That's his 6th position this year. Dallas McPherson playing at third base as Anaheim continues to chase the Red Sox. Bartolo Colon goes for win number 17 against Seattle tonight. The deficit 5.5 games in the wild card. Boston Works every Sunday in the Boston Globe and online at bostonworks.com. Don.
Thank you very much, Eric. Jerry, are you going to sit down or no?
Is NESN trying to tell me something? You've been reading my promos tonight.
I know. I don't know. I'm just reading what they put in front of me.
The job report is something I've done every single Wednesday all season long, and with no information at all. Eric Freed does it tonight.
Well, I thought that was the case. I noticed once he started that perhaps that was something that you normally do. And I don't think it's a message anybody's trying to say.
Oh, I think there's a message here somewhere, Don. Because that's how it starts. They take stock and little things away from you all at once. Little promos, the job report. Freed more involved. Okay.
All I do is read what they put in front of me. Now, why Eric Freed just did your thing, I don't know.
Well, all I can say is it's been a real pleasure working with you.
I'd like to announce that the freedreport.com has been launched tonight, too, Jerry, if that's okay.
Are you selling scorecards?
I'm selling my scorecard. I'll be signing it. Yeah, let me get that taken care of.
All right, you want to play that game?
No. I'll lose that battle with you, no doubt.
Ryan Roberts down to first base.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
I'm listening.
Go to the RemeryReport.com right now. Click on the first page. I'm giving away 10 free chairs tonight. 10 free chairs. The winners will be announced by noontime tomorrow.
These are very nice chairs.
What can you give away, E-Man?
The popcorn guys here. How much for 10 popcorn? $3.70, $13 for pop. I don't know. I can't top the chairs.
10 free chairs. Wally's going to have some place to sit for the playoffs.
I'll come up with something. Got a few innings.
I owe Eric big time. He's
lately been
he's killing me. Called me a bad name in the Red Sox clubhouse a week ago.
Then he said you're out of your prime at one point.
Told me I was out of my prime. Now he's taking my work.
Back in time at first is Roberts, held on by Millar.
Little subtle signs, Don, that you toast. Little subtle signs.
I think you're taking this very personally.
Why don't we let Eric do the analyzing here for this inning?
They'll give him that window. 2-0 the count to David Newhand. He doubled in the first and struck out swinging in the third. A big lead at first now for Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts has very good speed, 27 steals on the season, but we've mentioned this many times that it is very difficult to get a jump off Bronson Arroyo. Usually does a very good job controlling the running game. Not a great percentage for Roberts, but still great speed.
A strike, and it's 3-1 now to Newhand. Four for 9, no pickoffs for Bronson Arroyo. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's a full count now to David Newhand.
Now we'll see now if they have Roberts going on the 3-2 count. I imagine he will be. I think Eric Freed just told me he's going to go too.
The 3-2. There he goes, and this one is chopped foul outside of first base, and Roberts will have to come on back. You mentioned when we were in Baltimore, David Newhand's dad is a longtime writer out in the Southern California area.
Los Angeles Times. As a matter of fact, he was covering the Angels while I was playing there many moons ago.
Also a wrap foul down beyond the Red Sox bullpen. I'm going to do this one. Red Sox tradition means high definition. Tonight's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat for David Newhand.
I might add, too, that David Newhand's dad, Ross Newhand, a very, very nice man. A real professional at what he does.
I think that would give David a new perspective of the media in the major leagues. That his father, I'm sure, taught him. The 3-2 was fouled off to the left. Roberts was off at the pitch. We had a little bit different understanding from the media standpoint than a lot of other major leaguers. So a full count to David Newhan, a lengthy at bat that'll jump into double figures with this pitch. Roberts has been taken off at first. We'll see if he's going again. There he goes, and this is hit in the air to deep right center field. Nixon heading back towards the warning track, and it's gone into the bullpen. A 2-run home run for David Newhan, his 7th home run of the year, and the Orioles are on top 4-2.
Now, we mentioned coming into the game, it has been a struggle recently for Newhan, but he is 2 for 3 tonight. A double in the first, and now this 2-run home run on the breaking ball from Bronson Arroyo. 46th, 47th RBI, and the Orioles, who always give the Red Sox trouble, out in front of this one 4-2.
It's the 17th home run of the season surrendered by Bronson Arroyo.
And the Red Sox pitching staff and the Baltimore pitching staff are tied for the fewest home runs given up this season. No longer tied. Right now the Red Sox with one more.
So Arroyo struck out Lopez to begin the inning, but then a walk to Brian Roberts and a 2-run home run for David Newhan. And just like that, the Red Sox have action in the pen. Mike Myers up. Melvin Moore is 0 for 2 tonight. He is flied out to left and grounded out to third base. The Red Sox led 2-0 at one point tonight, but the Orioles have come back with 4 unanswered runs. With 2 in the top of the 4th and 2 so far here in the top half of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss, and Arroyo strikes out Melvin Morris. 6th strikeout for Bronson Arroyo. 2 down.
Arroyo challenging Melvin Mora with the fastball to pick up the strikeout. He had a strikeout to lead off this inning against Louis Lopez on a curveball. Now the fastball to get Mora.
Here's Miguel Tejada. He's been on base twice tonight with a walk and an infield hit. Things have been better on the road for Bronson Arroyo than they have at home in terms of earned run average lately. It's been a 25 pitch inning for Bronson Arroyo. He's up to 90 pitches. This one fouled off, and it's 0-2 to Miguel Tejada.
It's interesting. Early in the game, he tried a couple of changeups in the first inning, and he got one out on one. Another was hit for a double. They were both left up in the zone. Since that time, it's basically been fastball breaking ball from Arroyo.
The 1-2. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Arroyo, but the damage has been done. 2-run home run by David Newhan. The Orioles on top now, 4-2. Last half of the 5th inning back at Fenway Park, 4-2. The Orioles on top now. As Bronson Arroyo's thrown 94 pitches, the most for him since August 26th. As this one missing inside of the leadoff hitter, Bill Miller. The sacrifice fly his first time up. The Red Sox down by 2 runs as they bat here in the last half of the 5th inning. And for the first time tonight, Sidney Ponson has a lead to work with. Gave up 2 runs to the Red Sox in the 2nd inning. They will send along congratulations wishes to Nicole Kearns. And a baby born at 2:45 this afternoon, 7 pounds 5 ounces. Congratulations to Nicole and Steve Kearns. In center field, Larry Bigby headed back over his head. This will get to the track in the wall. Miller headed for second. And he'll get into second base with a leadoff double.
You're going to see Bigby misplay this ball. He comes in about 2 or 3 steps and then realizes that the ball's hit much harder than he anticipated and can't make up the ground. The toughest play for a center fielder, they always say, is the ball directly over their head. And Bigby that time started in. Now he's got to go back, and he can't get back in time because the ball was hit so hard by Miller. Also, as Louis Matos that was playing in the outfield earlier this season, injury right here at Fenway has cost him the season, and Bigby has moved into that center field spot.
Johnny Damon lines it foul back into the seats. Damon 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to first base and fouled out to the catcher. Strike, and it's 0-2. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Right field, sinking fast and in for a hit. Miller will be stopped at third base. And the single by Johnny Damon, his first hit of the night. Red Sox got something going in the last of the 5th.
Almost a one-handed swing by Johnny Damon. It's a changeup from Sidney Ponson. And Damon reaches out and puts it on a line in front of Newhand in right field. That ball moving down and away. Great plate coverage here by Johnny Damon. Bill Miller had to make sure that that ball was not going to be caught. Plays it halfway like he should be doing. And ends up at third base.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Mark Bellhorn. Bellhorn 0 for 2 tonight. He hit one to the track in right field his first time up. And then struck out looking in the 3rd inning. One of only 2 strikeouts tonight for Sidney Ponson. Bellhorn up over 300 with runners in scoring position with 61 RBIs. Bill Miller at third base, Johnny Damon at first, nobody out. Tonight is the 500th game of Mark Bellhorn's Major League career. He takes the strikes, even the count now at 2-2. There's a career high in batting average at this point at 261. Career high in doubles, hits, walks. 2-2. Inside, and a full count now to Bellhorn.
That's how he tried to get him last time, by getting that fastball to run back on the corner. That time too far inside.
And the second full count all night for Sidney Ponson. The 3-2. Strike 3 call. Bellhorn has struck out for the second time tonight. A new single season record for the Red Sox and Mark Bellhorn. 163 strikeouts. He surpasses Butch Hobson in 1977.
Now this is a nasty pitch here by Sidney Ponson. A breaking ball. It looked like a slider. I don't think Bellhorn quite agrees with the call there. It looked like it might have been a little down and away, but the strikeout call.
The Red Sox 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. 1 out, runners at the corners, and here's Manny. Walked in the first, grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. To right center field, struck well. Deep and far to right on the run, up and over his glove. And into the bullpen for a double. Newhan can't get it a run in for the Red Sox, and it's a 1-run game now.
Now that's what Manny Ramirez has to do to break out of this mini slump that he has been in, and that's go to his strength. And his strength is when he drives the ball like this, that ball down and in, and he can still drive it hard to the opposite field. That ball had a tail on it. It looked like Newhan was going to have a shot at it. Looked like maybe it deflected off his glove and then bounced up into the stands. That's some great hitting there by Manny Ramirez. I mean, that is tough to do. That ball down and in, and get the hands inside the baseball and still show that kind of power to the opposite field.
So his first hit of the night, and the Red Sox with their 7th, 2 in scoring position to run in, and it's a 1-run game now. And here's David Ortiz, 0 for 2 tonight. Ortiz is grounded out to shortstop and fly to the track in center field. Ponson falling behind 2-0. Damon at 3rd, Ramirez at 2nd. Away, and it's 3-0 to Ortiz. Been very careful in dealing with David Ortiz, especially with first base open.
That 3-0 probably has the green light. You wonder if they just put him on 3-0, but it looks like they're not going to.
Ortiz will take the walk. We'll check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Thanks, Don. The Blue Jays trying to come back down at Yankee Stadium. Remember the name Russ Adams, 4 RBI on Monday, trying to be a certified Yankee killer. Hit a home run, but the Yanks still up 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 5th at Yankee Stadium, guys.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Red Sox here trailing by a run, but threatening with 1 down in the last half of the 5th. A run already in. Damon at 3rd, Ramirez at 2nd, Ortiz at 1st, and here's Trot Nixon. He has 7 grand slams in his career. Overall, a .262 hitter in this situation. Off to the left, and foul back and out of play. Nixon with a single in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging in the 4th inning. And since coming off the DL, it's been 12 games now for Nixon, his first back-to-back starts. And that includes the action tonight. Breaking ball missing, and it's 1-1 now to Nixon. Damon at third, Ramirez at second base, and David Ortiz at first. Two and one to Nixon. Nixon grounds it back up the middle and into center field. Damon will score. Ramirez was stopped. He was being waved around by Swain. We are tied. Swain tried to get Manny to go, but Manny stopped himself. We are tied at 4.
Now Dale Swain was waving Manny Ramirez home, but apparently Manny didn't think he could score because he just stopped at third base. Let's see if he's going hard in the third. That's the breaking ball up the middle for the base hit. Ortiz rounding second hard, thinking that Manny was going to score. He has to put on the brakes. So the bases remain loaded. Only the 1 run comes in.
And Ray Miller to the mound to talk to Sidney Ponson.
That's a second base hit that Trot Nixon has got tonight on the curveball from Ponson. Back in the second inning, had a base hit, and now up the middle, a drive and a run.
Dale Swain trying to score Manny Ramirez there, but Manny stopping himself, coming around the bag at third. They're tied at 4, still just 1 out in the inning. Ramirez at third, Ortiz at second, Nixon at first, and here's Millar, who's 2 for 2 tonight. He is single to center field and double. He is 6 for 18 this season with the bases loaded. And he takes the first pitch strike from Ponson, who's had to throw 23 pitches in the inning. This will be pitch number 75 of the outing for Ponson. Why fooled on it? It's 0-2.
Excellent changeup that time, completely fooling Kevin Millar. No balls, 1 strike. Sidney Ponson going to the off-speed pitch and had Millar off balance on that swing.
Swing and a miss, and a tough at bat for Kevin Millar as he strikes out. 4th strikeout for Sidney Ponson.
Up and away from Kevin Millar, so the bases remain loaded. And it's up to Veritek now with 2 outs.
Veritek has been on base twice tonight. Better night tonight for the Red Sox with runners in scoring position so far. The strike to Veritek. Jason singled in the second. He walked in the 4th. Red Sox trying to grab the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Veritek grounds it foul down the first base line, and Jason quickly down 0-2. The Red Sox have come up with a pair of runs so far off Sidney Ponson here in the last half of the 5th. And looking for more with the bases loaded and 2 down. Ball 1-1-2. down the right field line. A towering fly ball, but a foul ball, and it's 1-2 to Varitek.
A lot of times when you see a guy pull the ball that far foul, the next pitch on occasion is a changeup. See how Ponson plays this with the 1-2 count.
Varitek, the 8th batter of the inning for the Red Sox. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, and Varitek stays alive.
No change up there. A high fastball up and away.
Ponson's had to throw 30 pitches now in the inning. Varitek coming into the game 10 for 30 against Ponson with 2 home runs. He's been on base twice tonight. Count evens at 2-2. The outfield deep and straight away by Jason Varitek as he waits on the 2-2. Shot to first base. Knocked down by Gibbons. He'll throw to Ponson, who covers. And the Red Sox will leave him loaded, but they scored twice in the inning. At the end of 5, we're tied at 4.
I don't. Who's supposed to? We have this coming out of the break.
Top of the 6th inning, and apparently we do, Jerry.
Don't miss the all-new Sports Desk, complete with a new host, Hazel May, a new set and a new time. It's your first win in local sports, nightly at 10, while following Red Sox baseball coverage, mornings at 5. The new look Sports Desk tonight, right after Red Sox baseball programming.
Bronson Arroyo works his way here into the 6th inning, a tie ball game now. As Arroyo facing V.J. Surhoff to begin things here in the top half of the 6th inning. Surhoff with a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. A double knocked in a run. Surhoff enjoying the series against the Red Sox, who started with a grand slam in the first game. He's 4 for 9 overall as he jumps back out of the way. As Bronson Arroyo nears the 100 pitch mark on the night. We saw Mike Myers up last inning. He's still up in the Red Sox bullpen.
After Lopez, you get Gibbons a lefty, Bigby a lefty. So if there's any trouble here for Bronson Arroyo, you may see the switch this inning.
Slow roller. Arroyo has it, and he fires to first to retire Surhoff for the first out of the inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers.
John, we'd like to send best wishes along to Arthur Moscato, who is at the New England Medical Center, feeling a little bit under the weather. We wish him well. Get well soon, Arthur.
Lopez sends one just out of the reach of Orlando Cabrera and into center field. 1-out single for Javi Lopez, and a good diving mid by Orlando Cabrera.
Well, Lopez continues to swing the bat well. 312 coming into the game, 10th in the American League. A rocket by Cabrera there. And out comes Terry Francona. When you get back to the lefties, Gibbons and Bigby, it looks like it's going to be Myers coming into the ball game.
So Terry Francona taking the baseball from Bronson Arroyo. The pitching change from Fenway, tied at 4.
takes commitment to be a leader year after year, and the Ford F-Series has been a winner for 27 years.
During truck season, get a Super Duty equipped with a new snowplow and up to $5,000 total savings. Super Duty is built Ford tough and is one of the most powerful trucks on the planet. That's up to $5,000 total savings. Or choose 0% financing plus up to $2,000 total savings. And huge potential tax savings exist for business owners. See Tax Advisor for complete details.
Only is for New England Ford dealer.
Proud supporters of the Boston Red Sox.
No matter where you go in New England, you see Castle's work. Those incredible cars and trucks all wrapped in graphics. Graphics you see at airports, stores, malls, restaurants, events, and trade shows. All these graphics are designed, printed, and installed by Castle Graphics. 100% of their products are made in America. And with over 12 years experience and price quotes in 5 minutes, it only gets better with Castle Graphics. Call Castle at 1-800-SUNPRINT, and they'll make your next event a success.
Leaves the game, and the new pitcher on for the Red Sox is Mike Myers.
70th appearance. That'll tie him with Mike Timlin for the most on the Red Sox. Myers was in a game earlier in this series on Monday, an inning and a third in that game. No hits and no runs allowed.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Jay Gibbons the batter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Gibbons struck out looking in the second inning and grounded out to second base in the fourth.
This is kind of a pattern that Terry Francona has stayed with over the last week to 2 weeks. Myers coming into this part of the game as a specialty guy to get some left-handers out, and Embry later in the game. The advantage of having, of course, a couple of lefties out there for the Red Sox.
Scott Williamson up in the Red Sox bullpen now. Javi Lopez held on at first base by Kevin Millar. 1 down in the 0-2. Bronson Arroyo responsible for Javi Lopez, who is at first base. Arroyo charged with 4 runs tonight over 5 1/3 innings. Gave up 6 hits, walked 2, and struck out 7. Swing and a miss. Mike Myers strikes out Jay Gibbons. 2 down.
Now Myers, of course, with that drop down to the side and sometimes submarine style delivery to home plate, awfully tough on lefties. That's more of a sidearm delivery that time. Big sweeping breaking ball, and Gibbons not even close to making contact on that pitch. Strange night for Arroyo. Struggled in the first, looked like he settled down in second and third, but then struggled again in the fourth and the fifth. Never really could get it together for an extended period of time tonight. Not as sharp, nearly as sharp as he was last time out in New York.
Larry Bigby, the hitter, the 1-0. No one gets away from Myers. Nice play by Varitek, lunging to his left, and it's 2-0. Larry Bigby's 0 for 2. He's flied to left tonight and struck out swinging. Left down the line, bending, and bending foul. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. 99 pitches tonight for Bronson Arroyo, 65 for his strikes. And a strange line with all the strikeouts tonight for Bronson Arroyo. But so far has been touched for 4 runs. Lopez at first with 2 down. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. A creative way to eat sunflower seeds.
You keep yourself occupied in the dugout.
So far he hasn't got one. 2-2 pitch to left field, and a foul ball back into the seats. you go. Two and two to Bigby. DJ Surhoff grounding back to the mound to begin the inning. Javi Lopez with a single to center. Gibbons, the first batter, Myers, he struck out. Now the 2-2. The left field struck well. Ramirez heading back out of the warning track. This will go off the scoreboard. Javi Lopez being waved around third base. Cabrera drops the baseball, and Lopez is in with the 5th Baltimore run, and the Orioles take the 5-4 lead.
Now you got to give credit here to Bigby. He put a tough at bat on Myers. Gibbons did not look good against Myers, but Bigby had better at bat. He certainly fouled off a couple of pitches, and then finally gets one on the outside part of the plate that he rattles off the scoreboard. Now, if this is not dropped by Cabrera, this might be a very close play at home. But he dropped right out of the glove, and then no play. And the Red Sox come back to tie it. The Orioles go back out in front by a run.
So back and forth we go tonight. Luis Lopez in on the right side with Bigby at second base. Double and an RBI for Bigby. And the book now closed on Arroyo. He gets charged with that run. 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. And Arroyo now could take the loss in this game if the Red Sox are unable to come back. Chop towards Cabrera, the high hop, and the throw in time of the damage done. The Orioles get the go-ahead run at the end of 5 1/2. It's 5-4 Baltimore.
Hey, Patriots fans, you're the world champions. Introducing a unique, valuable collectible, the 2003 World Champion New England Patriots Sports Stackables.
Hi, I'm Al Arthur, and as a former professional football analyst and an avid collector, I am telling you that this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime offer. These are the 2003 New England Patriots Sports Stackables, officially licensed by the National Football League and NFL Players, Inc. This limited edition 5-piece set features Tom Brady, Troy Brown, Antoine Smith, Teddy Bruschi, and Ty Law. Because they are hand-carved and hand-painted, no two sets can be exactly the same. And because of free agency, these exact collections will never likely be duplicated again. Now, here's the bad news. The edition is limited to just 5,000 sets. That's approximately 100 per state. We believe that they should sell out within a day or so. In fact, they are so limited, they are even hand-signed and hand-numbered. Now you can have the complete 5-piece set for the once-in-a-lifetime price of only 2 payments of $49.95. You don't have to be a millionaire to own a piece of the Patriots. Now you can have your very own collection of New England Patriots MVPs without the high salaries. And if you call in right now, we're going to include an additional 5-piece set, including former Patriot Lawyer Malloy, Richard Seymour, Roosevelt Colvin, Damian Woody, and Adam Vinatieri. That's a $50 value, absolutely free. But you must call now.
Call the toll-free number to order your 2003 World Champion New England Patriots Sports Stackables for just 2 easy payments of only $49.95. Or send check or money order to the address on the screen. You can also use your personal check. This offer is very limited, so call right away. You get the 5-player set and a bonus of 5 additional players. Ask about other teams available. Handmade, unique collectibles like this can become incredibly valuable, but through this exclusive TV offer, you only pay this low, low price. Call and order right now.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Wednesday's Red Sox game here on NESN. We now pick up the action later in the game.
Last half of the 7th inning back at Fenway. The Orioles on top 5-4. And Sidney Ponson back on the hill. He's thrown 95 pitches tonight as he works his way in here to the last half of the 7th inning with a lead. Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Trap Nixon expected in the inning. The league leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. And the category is RBIs against the Orioles. Active leaders, Manny tied with Frank Thomas. And strike to even the count at 1-1.
One thing I've noticed over the last, I'd say 4 or 5 games, Manny's a little bit off the plate, a little bit more than he normally is. And those pitches outside make it a little bit more difficult for him. You saw last time up that ball was down and in, that he inside out into the opposite field. Not a great distance, but it certainly is a little bit more back off the plate.
Strike to even the count now at 2-2. Bullpen's busy. Ramiro Mendoza and Mike Timlin. I don't think Manny would move away like that.
I've been scuffling a little bit, you know, in that series in New York, and you try some different things. That ball to him looked way away, but it actually did pick up the outside corner.
Center field sinking fast, and that'll drop in there for a hit. Let's check in with Tom Caron with some good news.
That's right, Don. The Blue Jays rallying from a 3-0 deficit here. El Duque still on in the 7th. 2 on. Make it 2 in. Vernon Wells with a triple. Chris Gomez. Russ Adams comes around to score. End of the night for El Duque. Felix Heredia on in relief. He's given up an RBI double to Carlos Delgado. It's now 5-3 Blue Jays.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. The Red Sox here trailing by a run, but the lead runner is on, and Manny Ramirez to begin things here in the last half of the 7th inning. And here's David Ortiz. Ortiz 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Sliced foul off to the left, back and out of play. We saw action in the Red Sox bullpen. There's action in the Orioles pen as well. Jason Grimsley. Sidney Ponson has just reached the 100 pitch mark. With nobody out here in the last half of the 7th inning. When he walked Ortiz in the 5th, he stayed away from him from really the beginning of that sequence, and here he misses away, even in the count of 1-1 to Ortiz. Manny with a very short lead at first base, held on by Jay Gibbons. Away again, 2-1. 6+ for Ponson, 10 hits, 4 runs. Red Sox getting 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th. He has walked 3 and struck out 4 tonight. The deep center field off the bat of Ortiz. Deep, far, and very gone. Big Poppy pops one out of here and puts the Red Sox on top 6-5.
Now, number 40 on the season for David Ortiz, and little doubt about this one. Straightaway center field, and many rows back in those center field bleachers. A fastball from Ponson, tries to run it away from Ortiz, and he takes the straightaway center for his 40th home run of the season. More importantly, gives the Red Sox the 1-run lead. That ball was crushed.
Second career home run for David Ortiz off Sidney Ponson. And his 40th home run of the season. The Red Sox lead it 6-5. Still nobody out here in the last half of the 7th inning. ...130 runs batted in also now for Ortiz. And that puts him
one behind Tejada.
Chopped right side to Roberts from the outfield grass. He'll throw out Trot Nixon for the inning's first out. Ortiz becomes the 10th different Red Sox ever to hit 40 home runs or more in a season. And it is the 15th time in Red Sox history that someone has hit 40 or more home runs. Millar's 2 for 3 tonight.
With the lead now, this may be Kevin Millar's last at bat, and Minkiewicz could go in defensively after this inning.
Millar singled in the second. He doubled in the fourth and then struck out swinging in the fifth inning. Check swing grounder back to Ponson, who throws out Millar. 2 down. So Ponson settling down here after the 2-run home run to get Nixon and Millar. Double-barreled action in the Orioles pen. We saw Grimsley earlier. He's now been joined by Jorge Julio.
Yeah, there you see the switch down. Julio up now in a game that they're behind in.
They'll check out after the first pitch from Ponson. This B.J. Ryan. Well, I guess I was going to say it's a strange time to kind of be switching your closer, but at the same time, they got to find out about next year, I would imagine, as well. They do it here at the tail end of the year and see if B.J. Ryan is successful in that role. He's certainly been very successful as a setup type guy. Under the watchful eye of the very good Orioles pitching coach, Ray Miller. It's reaching and grounding it to short. Tejada's got to hurry up, and he gets it there just in time. David Ortiz with a 2-run home run, his 40th of the season, gives the Red Sox the 6-5 lead.
Discover the power of access. The Premium Club. It begins with your private access to Celtics and Bruins games. But membership in the Premium Club doesn't end there. It's about access to sold-out concerts, access to tee times at exclusive golf courses, one-of-a-kind vacations, and privileges and amenities you won't find anywhere else. For membership details, access fleetcenter.com. The Premium Club, where access is everything.
A special announcement from the Bargain Network. You can buy cars for as low as $500. Choose from thousands of cars repossessed and seized by the U.S. Customs, IRS, FBI, and private organizations. Call 800-831-6931. Foreclosed homes and distressed properties are selling for as low as $199 a month. HUDs, VAs, and FHAs, repos, and more.
Through the Bargain Network, I got my dream car, and I saved a lot of money.
New cars and homes are being added every day. For listings in your area, call now. 800-831-6931. Call now.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Wednesday's Red Sox game here on NESN. We now pick up the action later in the game.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by Subaru, by Coors Light, by New England Dodge Dealers, by Bernie and Phil's Furniture, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Well, the Red Sox used their 5th pitcher of the night. The Red Sox closer is in. Keith Folk.
Well, you'd like to get back out there as quickly as possible after last night. It cost a blown save, and then Folk eventually ending up with the win. He is 30 for 35 in save opportunities. Palmeiro will be pinch hitting, 3 for 15. Roberts, and then Newhand. Unlike last night, none of these guys have a career home run against Folk.
And a new second baseman for the Red Sox, Pokey Reese, taking over for Mark Bellhorn. So the defensive unit is in for the Red Sox now, that right side of the infield. Minkiewicz coming in last inning and Reese this inning. And the pinch hitter, Rafael Palmeiro, batting for Luis Lopez. Palmeiro had to leave the first game of the series with a right hamstring pull, or some tightness anyway, that kept him out of the lineup last night. And there is a pinch hitter here in the top half of the 9th inning. Away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Palmeiro with a .261 average, 20 homers, and 82 runs batted in on the season. Fires it foul, and it's 1-2. The top of the Orioles order waits on deck. Brian Roberts and then David Newhand scheduled here in the top of the 9th. Straightens him up, and it's 2-2. Full count now to Palmeiro.
See Palmeiro stretching out. He still had a kind of a tough time jumping out of the way of that pitch.
To right field, hit deep and far towards the corner. Will it stay fair? And the answer is yes. And Rafael Palmeiro has hit a solo home run to tie the game at 6. And the second straight blown save in as many nights for Keith Foulke.
Back-to-back nights now. Last night, Lopez with the home run to give the Orioles the lead. Palmeiro pinch hitting tonight. First bat of the both bases. And he has the home run. This on a fastball about letter high. And you can tell Palmeiro's still hurting with that hamstring. Look at that. That limping around the bases.
Barely got around. 549 career home runs now for Rafael Palmeiro. That was his 4th career pinch hit home run. And we are tied at 6. Brian Roberts walked back in the 5th, the only time that he has been on base tonight. We mentioned it's 16 converted saves in a row for Foulke going into last night's action, and then the blown save last night. And the first thing you want to do is get right back in there tonight and hopefully have a chance to forget about last night. And it doesn't happen here. It's another blown save the very next night.
Last night it was a changeup. This time it's a fastball.
Lined and caught by Pokey Reese at second base. As we look to the last half of the 9th inning, David Ortiz, Gabe Kapler, and Doug Minkiewicz will be scheduled to bat for the Red Sox. Or at the very least, we'll be in the midst of a 6-6 ball game.
And there's both right and left-handed action in the bullpen for the Orioles.
David Newhand has 2 hits tonight. There's the action of the bullpen. BJ Ryan and Grimsley up again. He's been up a few times. One hopper to Reese from the outfield grass. 2 down.
Stay tuned after the game for New England's Red Sox post-game shows. First, it's W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, then Granite City Extra Innings Extra. After the last inning, the action is just beginning. Dale Swaim will be a guest tonight with Tom Caron and Jim Rice on the post-game shows.
Two down for Melvin Mora. Mora tonight is 1 for 4. He doubled his last time up back in the 7th inning.
And some missed opportunities, too, for the Red Sox. Remember when Swaim was waving Ramirez home and he stopped at third base. Last inning, second and third with 1 out. And the Red Sox did not score in that inning.
Boy, how much is it a concern right now that at this time of the year that folk having these kinds of problems in the last 2 nights?
Well, it's a concern, but you're not going to change anything. You're going to keep running them out there. There's no question about that.
And he was hoping to rectify the situation from last night. Missing away, and it's 2-1. Last night, Javi Lopez. Tonight, Rafael Palmeiro. Full count now. Popped up foul off to our right. Melvin Mora staying alive. Miguel Tejada waiting on deck. There's 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. They're staying alive and wasting another Keith Foulke pitch. Fouling off yet another. This has been a 21-pitch inning now for Foulke, facing his 4th batter of the inning. The Red Sox coming into the inning with a 6-5 lead. We're tied at 6 with 2 down. Struck him out to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th in what is a tie ball game now.
See you talk this.
Quirk Chevrolet is loaded with 2004 Chevy trucks. Right now, save not 10, not 12, but up to $13,000. 20-inch wheels move you? How about every accessory under the sun with savings up to $13,000? Jacked up yet? Wait till you see the savings on Silverados, Avalanches, and the all-new Colorado. Start a revolution when you turn the key on this SSR at Quirk Chevrolet, Hogan Road, Bangor. If you don't think Quirk Chevy can get you all jacked up, then you don't know Jack.
The sounds of fair season in Maine. Friends, family, and entire communities come together to enjoy and celebrate Maine's agricultural tradition and Maine harness racing. While at the fair, make sure you take in a race as Maine's leading harness racers bring their fast-paced action to fairs across the state. Enjoy the fun and good times that only a fair can bring to Maine. Hey, we look forward to seeing you at the Farmington Fair September 19th through September 25th.
Choose from thousands of cars repossessed and seized by the U.S. Customs, IRS, FBI, and private organizations.
Call 800-831-6931.
Foreclosed homes and distressed properties are selling for as low as $199 a month. HUDs, VAs, and FHAs, repos, and more.
Through the Bargain Network, I got my dream car, and I saved a lot of money.
New cars and homes are being added every day. For listings in your area, call now.
800-831-6931.
Call now.
How does your car say Valero?
You're driving to Valero with all the room you need.
Valero. Value, variety, vroom.
You're watching Sox In 2, the rebroadcast of Wednesday's Red Sox game here on Nesson. We now pick up the action later in the game.
What a play by the Red Sox. Bases loaded, 1 out, and you're just happy really to get the play at home plate to get that lead runner. Red Sox, Barrett turns it into a double play. And how about Pokey Reese getting over to first base to become the first baseman? Minkiewicz comes in, home. Veritek pops out, and back to Pokey Reese, who's covering first base. The 3-2-4 double play to end the inning. And I'll tell you what, Gibbons was running hard all the way.
As a result, the Red Sox in a 6-6 ball game into the bottom of the 12th inning. And Rick Bauer back out there. He came on in the 10th to get the final out. He pitched the 11th back out there for the bottom of the 12th inning. And he's dealing with Orlando Cabrera. Strike, and the count evens up at 1-1 to Cabrera. A.J. Ryan had been warming up last inning. He still is in the Orioles bullpen. Cabrera bats now. On deck is Bill Miller, and then the top of the Red Sox order, Johnny Damon. And bouncing in.
Well, both teams had chances. That's John Parrish, the left-hander, getting up to throw. Now it looks like they're just saving Ryan in case it was a a save situation.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Big swing from Cabrera.
Cabrera trying to end this game with that swing and hit it to Cambridge. Red Sox had the bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th, couldn't score. 1 out with the bases loaded for the Orioles in the 12th, couldn't score.
Cabrera hits it deep in far to left. Orlando Cabrera is tonight's Red Sox hero. Walk-off home run. Red Sox win it in the 12th, 7-6. And 15 minutes, but no moment sweeter than that one. The walk-off home run for Orlando Cabrera.
Well, the play of the game brought to you by Foxwoods Resort and Casinos, and of course Cabrera picking up his 5th home run. I'll tell you what, he had a home run swing on the pitch before. This time he connects and delivers the home run.
Welcome back from Columbia. The second walk-off hit for Cabrera in a Red Sox uniform. August 17th against Toronto, the first one. The Red Sox 3.5 games back of the Yankees tonight. And Anaheim is trailing Seattle tonight. Right now it stands at 6 games. Anaheim is down 7-1 to the Mariners tonight. Let's check downstairs now with Eric Fried. Eric?
All right, Don.